UmaLeague Season 1. We have Constellations. He's a very well-known, popular player. So he's been around the block. There's also Memphis. A lot of players that we've seen play last season, as well as a majority of them being from Raycord. So definitely not a new player around the block. Conversely, facing them is going to be Umakendo, a team that's relatively more new, but they've been playing since I think around near the end of season 1 as well. So I'm really hoping to see them show out and have a good match here today.
Alrighty. The tiebreaker is Kyoto 22,000 Turf Outer, a pretty good, I'd say, one of the most best determined descent maps. So we might see a lot more paces in this lobby.
Yeah, has been more of a pace centric meta, I'd say, ever since the 2.0 skill changes. With we see with head on and neck and neck getting buffed, just paces have been getting a lot of value, especially in these kind of shorter maps. Like the miles, head on is just like basically 100% value. So we're definitely in kind of that more pace meta, which is kind of a good thing. Like I said last season, pace was definitely, not in a very good
Uh,
shape. So having some time to shine is going to be pretty good for them as well. But that's really only for, I'd say, the shorter maps. And this draft is shaping to be more like a medium centric, longer draft, which is something we don't really see that often because of the nature of the scenario. You with the current scenario, it's kind of a hard to get stamina. It's something that a lot of players struggle at, including the drafters themselves. So a lot of drafts kind of tend to be more a bit mile centric because just it's a little bit easier on that stamina requirement. But with that Kyoto 2200 tiebreaker, it's always better to play into the tiebreaker. So as we see these teams kind of do that, go along that route, they're also picking those medium maps, focusing on crafting a field that's more medium centric, so that if they make it to that tiebreaker, they'll be able to compete.
I've also noticed that a lot of these maps that are selected by both teams are actually early C4 maps. Not a lot of, which is a big jump from our previous season, which was a lot of C free swap, one would say.
Yeah, very interesting. Definitely, this is a map, which basically kind of goes towards that, point we were talking about earlier about it being potentially more pace centric. Not only do they have that head on neck and neck, but now they're even gonna have access to that redshift, which is very, very reliable accel. So it could end up being a situation where we have a lot of pace agers, and anytime this kind of thing happens, it gets really, really rough for people who want to play backline. Because if we end up with a lobby that's like one or two front runners and like five pacers, just the lates and ends just don't have room to do anything.
Yeah, they also lose access to Dober as her unique doesn't work at all on these C4 maps.
Well,
They could,
Dober does, can work on some of these. Dober unique, the latest it can possibly activate is the start of C4, which for some of these maps, that's going to be true. For others, it's not going to be that good. Like, we're taking a look at that Kyoto 18 that was just locked in. Definitely
yeah,
not going to be working there. But for some of these other ones, it could still, provide a little bit of consistent excel.
yeah. We're seeing a long map dropped in, Nakayama 2500.
This is very interesting. So, oftentimes when we see teams draft, they don't really like to extend upon much further than two different distinct lanes. Now we see two mediums and that mile all redshift enabled. Go and with the Nakayama, that's this one kind of feels like a band bait. If I'm being honest, if I were Umakendo, like taking a look at their picks, they have two mediums with decent downhills and 2 miles. Like I'm not sure they want to deal with this Nakayama 2500, right? Like it's a lot of extra stamina that they'll have to put in just for this one map. And especially if uh the team doesn't have the right cards for it, it's just really, really rough. And comparatively with the other picks, with that Hanshin 2000, Chugyo 2000, Nakayama, these are all pretty comfortable maps for anyone to fight on. So if Umakendo feels, confident, I think they can just ban that Nakayama 2500 out.
On the other side, we could potentially see Umakendo just keep it to add a little bit of chaos because now it's everyone's issue now.
Yeah, that is correct. So we're going to be seeing that Kyoto 1800 band. That is the least redshift of all the redshift maps available. So it looks like Cinderella Gray is going to be looking for that redshift centric, draft overall. And definitely that red Maruzensky is going to be a highly contested pick for them.
I do. In terms of greens for potential frontrunners to look at, we see a big mix of firm, a couple goods, and softs. Mainly the weather condition is all over the place, yeah.
Yeah, it tends to be kind of all over the place. Like very rarely, sometimes in the Blue Moon we end up in a situation where somehow every map is the same season, but this takes a very like delicate, aware captain to be able to draft around something like that. I've seen like some Chio mains try to draft around spring, but it's not really something people think about too much, I'd
They
say. And
do keep the
wow,
long.
keeping the long here is interesting. This does mean that there is going to be one outlier here. This Nakayama 2500, it is not like any of these other maps. With the Chukyo, Hanshin, and all three of the maps on the Umakendo side, it's all redshift and relatively, not bad on the stamina check. The Tokyo 23 and Hanshin 24 have decent downhills. Even the Kyoto one has it's not that bad either. I'd say that one feels more like a 2000. So the Nakayama 2500 is kind of like a standout, pick here. If anyone wants to live on this map, they're gonna have to bring an extra gold on top of where they would already be comfortable for the other maps. That's gonna be kind of rough for players who don't have the right card set up. Especially this kind of changes the draft priority because this map doesn't really tend well towards the red shift. The corner four is so far away. It's really a lot better for Uma's like Kira-san Black, and that wasn't really going to be a priority pick until now. So I wonder if either team is going to be looking to pick that one up.
We are seeing the Ogre Cap hover as the ban from Sin Gray's side. I don't.
Yes. It's the Cinderella Gray herself, right? This it makes me maybe it makes it they feel like they don't have an option to pick that one up because of their draft strategy. They're probably looking to secure either a I say with this kind of map setup. I wonder if the team is actually going to be looking to play Mejiro Palmer. She has been like, around, right? The Runaways have always terrorized drafts. It kind of shuts down other frontrunners. And Mejiro Palmer has been, not as, represented as Suzuka because of her built in aptitudes. But in this kind of draft, with only 1 mile and
So Green Midori shot. Fair enough.
yeah, I mean that if Ogre is not going to be allowed, then I don't think X Ogre is going to be allowed either. But I really wonder if they're going to be taking out any of the runaways. So here goes Suzuka, and the only remaining runaway is going to be that Mejiro Palmer. So my angle for Cinderella Gray is they can either ban Valentine Mihono Bourbon and pick Mejiro Palmer, or they can ban Palmer and pick Valentine Mihono Bourbon. She is still I say, queen of the frontrunners. That Valentine Mihono Bourbon, she's just so consistent. Has that built-in early lead, built-in groundwork. She just works out of the box. There's really no worry of car crashing on her, especially in high stakes games like these. It's just a safe and comfy pick.
Exactly. With how coin flippy Grand Live is, having that consistent groundwork is a major one.
Yeah, so it's in the regret definitely thinking about this one. I don't really think there's much better positions. It's really going to be whether or not they kind of want to take at Palmer or take.
Wedding
Ooh,
final?
leaving
Um,
both up is interesting. So let's see what gets picked here. Maybe Cinderella Gray has the read that, if we take Valentine Mihoto Bourbon, maybe the enemy team just doesn't have the ability to play Medrio Palmer.
that is the Valentine Mihono Bourbon instantly walked in, just as you said, and a quick respond with a Medro Palmer pick.
Yes, so definitely calling the bluff on that one. And Umakendo gets that red Maru. So
The
that's gonna be a big pick for them. Cinder Gray is gonna have to ban one of these, and letting either of the other one through is gonna be very painful.
the hover on the Meisho Dodo and Uma we didn't see much last season due to the lack of a mile aptitude in.
Yeah, but the Halloween Doto, this Uma has been really tearing up the draft lately. I actually don't know too much about what this one. Do you know why she's been seeing so much play?
Has a lot of innate pace skills, and I don't know much outside of that. I haven't looked into it as well. Saiyan
Well,
Sky picked up as well.
yeah, it is a pace kind of centric draft. So, Saiyan Sky being picked up, not a surprise. We have Memphis on that Cinderella Gray team. That is his Oshi. And Saiyan Sky, she just always has that magic. So I think this kind of signal to me that they're probably going to ban out that Midro Palmer because there's no way that Saiyan Sky is going to be able to do anything with the Palmer on the enemy team. So they're probably going to be looking to fight it out versus the Maru. And it's Saiyan Sky. I mean, she not only has Rod for herself, but she can inherit Redshift too, right?
Yeah.
Like I take a easy 0.6. If she's in that first position, I think she can close it out, no problem.
You
And
also
yeah, go
Another
ahead, go
thing
ahead.
to point out is that Maru cannot run the Maru speed card. She will be down top runner, and
That
Saiyan
is
has escape
true.
artist as well.
And we have the Taeyam Opera O. This, I believe, this is going to be Kuroneko's Taeyam Opera O. I think he's on this team.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, that is correct. He is a well-known Taeyam Opera Oshi picker, so not surprised that he's picking up this one. And Taeyam Opera, she is very very strong. With her, built-in killer tunes, I believe, and her unique
Yep.
is works on the final corner. So if she's able to get a good XL position with head on and redshift, and then getting that late game velocity with her unique, she can be pretty strong. So another pick I do want to highlight here is going to be that Fuji Kiseki. So if you guys haven't seen, this Fuji Kiseki pick has absolutely been tearing up in draft. She's kind of like on the down low, not really that high of a presence yet, but her performance is absolutely crazy. On the miles, she has that big sisterly and
For the
her
1 mile,
unique being
unfortunately.
buffed. And she comes built in with that race planner, I believe,
Yes.
with that gold pot, and on top of that, her innate growths are also very very strong too. I believe with 20% power. She's just a great Uma overall. Like for players who want to win on miles or who just want to have a little bit extra HP on the mediums, like she does everything.
I think the digital is picked for Unica potentially. Digital, a very interesting Uma.
Yeah, Yunaka is that I believe that is his Oshi. And digital, she just always kind of performs this Uma, with her super stand. As long as she has the opportunity to break out and compete among the backliners, she just always has that ability to close out with the super stand, getting in good positioning. Her unique, is not anything to write home about, but it's pretty consistent. Just pass two people and you get decent velocity on the at the end. Like that's really really strong. And yeah,
Counter
so
Pasa.
Wow, I did not expect this one. Do you have any note T about this one? Like the fantasy L corner pasta. What's up with this pick?
Her unique is more consistent on redshift maps, and it is an Excel unique, so that could be a potential option to look as they try to potentially avoid over reliancy on redshift with a potential backline pick, so they can not just keep on fighting amongst themselves to fight for those limited redshift options and potentially look further back. Actually,
That's correct. You know, they do have Sand Sky and Valentine Mejoro Bourbon, right? Like they have a very strong 2-1-2 to compete in that first 1 to 5 positioning. Like if Sand Sky or Valentine Mejoro Bourbon is able to, be in first place, I think they can feel comfortable closing it out versus the Pacers. So maybe they're thinking, okay, maybe our competition is not going to be other Pace Chasers. If we can get in first place, we're going to win. So the real competition is making sure that our Pacers don't just straight up die. So having those backliners to compete against the enemy Pacers could be a really strong option. But Halloween DJ, I know this pick has been tearing up as well. So maybe Umakendo picking up on that same route. They're seeing what Cinderella Gray is putting up, and they're saying we're gonna challenge you on that. We're not gonna let you have the backliners just for free.
the main difference between the two digitals is that Halloween Digital does have a mid race unique,
That is
and that
true. It activates pretty early as well, as far as I've seen.
makes sense for Umakendo to shoot the Valentine's Bourbon. Still a menace, still a threat. Also frees up one more potential redshift option.
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting the Medro Palmer ban here. Like, I don't really think there's any other options. She's just so strong when she's able to do what she does, and Memphis Satan Sky is a real contender here for like match MVP. I've seen him do crazy things on this pick. So, and like not having by leaving Palmer up, he's just not going to be able to do what he wants to do. So I think being the red Maru
And there
and
it
the
is.
Palmer is going to be the Palmer.
Uh, this could also play into the idea that they are looking to play more backline because Runaway does affect the lobby a lot more differently, does pace it up a lot more, potentially making it really weird and strange for backliners to exist in the lobby.
Yeah, and with that ban, like the dynamic is going to be a little bit different now. Two front runners out. Now there's only two front runners left, and about two pace chasers. Suddenly, it's not looking. No, actually, three pace chasers. So suddenly, it's not looking that front centric anymore, and the backliner is going to have a lot more room to play. And that gold chip pick is still open, which is surprising to me. I had expected it to be picked a lot sooner, considering like the size of these not size, the lengths of these picks.
That's a piece
Gold
on black.
ship, I mentioned earlier that Dober unique does still work on a lot of these maps, and Dober plus Redshift.
Daiwa.
Wow, Daiwa Scarlet. This is not something I'm expecting. She is a strong pick on the medium. She has that built-in killer tunes. If her unique is a little bit rough to work around, but just a kind of a slightly worse mid-game unique if you kind of think about it, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not really expecting to get a Diable Rocket nowadays. It's gonna be pretty hard, but on the mediums, she is a pretty good front runner to contest still. Like she has that built-in killer tunes, right? And she can get escape artists, I believe, with Daitaku Helio's power, and top runner, she has access to smart speed. So she's not gonna be that much worse than Sand Sky. They both have to run, and like either or is gonna have to run a power card. So
Could be potentially the pace Daiwa because she does have a built-in pace gold recovery.
oh, that is true. That is true. I didn't think about that. Considering there's only like two front runners. Like your Pace Iowa could do some work here, and that is
And
going to be that gold ship pick.
gold ship pick, I'm thinking they're probably going to make the gold ships. Oh, summer special week. Looking to hold on to the long potential to Umas to contest on the longs. And Nice Nature Geoder, Tomacross hovering a lot of potential options. Looking more backline.
Yeah, they're definitely maybe Tama. I'm really interested. I'm curious why Inari One hasn't been picked yet. Actually, I believe Inari One is the better Tama here. Uh, but with Tama, she is gonna have that capability of being in a really good spot for that Arimakinen, and her mid game unique is gonna be pivotal, pivotal for all of these media maps as well. So we'll see.
Grass Wonder Hover.
Yeah, I don't think Grasswater is gonna get locked in here, but I do
Oh,
wonder.
special week. Especially since her unique rework from target to current speed, she is also a potential threat.
Yeah, a really, really strong pick. I think she was already not that weak in the earlier seasons, and ever since her, current speed update, she's only gotten stronger. And kind of the weakness of Special Week is the fact that you have to overtake someone first for it to activate, right? And to get the full value, you ideally want to overtake someone right away, but that kind of like helps her it kind of like this kind of like draft actually helps her do that because with 5 redshift maps, that means she can have Dober redshift. If she's in that 6-5 position, she can just immediately rocket off, overtake someone, get an extra 0.1, and have a really strong rocket off. So
You also
definitely a good spot.
her goals also allow her to cheat stamina a little bit. Gourmand built in and in body and mind for the potential late race speed after hitting her current speed.
And we're gonna have a super creek locked in. So maybe they're thinking, guys, like maybe we need to have someone to compete on Arima Kinen.
Yeah.
I was seeing a Kisan Black. I'm not sure. I forgot which team was hovering it, but I'm
It
surprised
was
that pick.
Umakendo.
I'm surprised that pick didn't get locked in because that would be your one Arima Kingdom, clincher, and Kiss on Black, not too shabby on the other maps as well. I mean, she's still a solid front runner. It comes with built in taking the lead, right? No need to worry about missing that event.
No need to
uh,
run that.
yeah, and you can always just sneak in groundwork somewhere, right? Like I believe the Smart Falcon power is still going to be able to be used for our team. So, wow, I'm really curious to see what the final picks are going to be for these teams and who's going to be locking in what.
We are going to shortly start the career. What do you think about the draft? Who do you think has the stronger composition so far?
So let's take a look at who's going to be able to excel, right? So I'm fully expecting at least the Red Maru and Sans Guy to be played. So there's going to be at least 2
Yep.
front runners. And then out of all these pace chasers, I believe that Halloween Doto is definitely going to be played. I've seen her around a lot. She's been doing great, and it's getting picked out early on. I think Cinderella Gray is going to have her high priority as well, alongside Fuji Kiseki and that Tam Upper O. So we are basically gonna have all of our front packs hammered down. If Cinderella Gray wants to let their backliners have a chance, they're probably gonna be using that Agnes Digital gold chip, and in my opinion, probably Special Week. If I were to pick between Pasta and Special Week, I think I pick that Special Week. And the only question is be like, is this gonna be a pace Special Week or late Special Week? Because I'm actually not sure if this Halloween Digi is going to be used or not. It's kind of like a little bit of mind games here because if Umakendo uses this Halloween Digi, it does kind of enable the backliners to do a little bit more. But Cinderella Gray has the stronger backliner lineup, so maybe if I'm Umakendo, I say just let's just stack the front. Like if they go Maruzensky, Daiwa Scarlet, Super Creek, Fuji, and Tam Upper, and this is like a 1 front 4 base setup. It's gonna really clog things up. That means there's gonna be there's only gonna be about 2 or 3 backliners, and I don't think they're gonna be able to be in a position to really do much if that's the case.
I am looking at Halloween Digi. I'm not very well aware with this. She does have It's On as a gold awakening skill.
Yeah, Halloween Digi, is a pretty strong backliner. You know, you mentioned she has that mid game unique, and that's the key for backliners, right? Having that mid game unique to kind of break out of the pack and fight for the XL positioning is gonna be what makes or break a backliner, and she is very very strong in that aspect. But on Cinderella Gray's side, they have Super Stan and Uma Stan with Gold Ship, right? And they have Gold Ship, right? It is Gold Ship, so it's gonna be tough. I do think maybe there's a world where the Halloween Doto gets passed and they lock in Sand Sky and four backliners. Because if there's four backliners, that means I think that ensures that at least what their frontmost backliner is going to be like what 10, 9, 8, 7th place, right?
Yeah.
And that is an XL position for that moving past and beyond. So if that's gonna be the case, also this is kind of like the magic number to enable Umastan, right? So if they just stack the backline, I think that could be a good angle for them because if Umakendo goes that one front four pace, and Cinder Gray has one front four backliners, I kind of feel like Cinder Gray has the better options here.
Well, we'll see when we load up their career. I think we're looking to go to a break right now.
And welcome back, everyone. We
Arigato,
are going to
Ito.
be taking a look at Team Cinder Gray.
That's a Halloween Digi.
Oh, actually, that's a Halloween Digi. That's not a normal Digi. I say. So that answers my
Oh.
question, I guess. Like, so we. Oh my God, what is this? No.
Oh, it is
Oh,
still
okay, okay,
late
okay, okay.
October.
It's not
We
it's
can
not
calm.
it's
We can
not
calm
yet. Right,
down.
right, right, right. I was about to. Wow, that I was like, wow, that almost broke my heart right there.
Still being
I'm
off by
about to.
1 point is swap to the Super
Okay,
Creek.
okay. Oh wow, so Super Creek and Red Maru. Okay,
And
okay.
Opera
So
O.
Opera
Okay.
O, and then who's the be
Fuji.
Fuji? Okay, not okay, okay. So that's
No
gonna be our
Daiwa.
team. No Daiwa. Honestly, I do feel like Daiwa is probably the weakest pick here. Um,
Oh, groundwork. Oh,
oh wow, groundwork hints off the after the Smaru card. That is not something you see every day. Yeah, so Fuji and I'd say all of these picks here are probably the strongest, and uh the Super Creek is a little bit weaker here, I'd say, but you know, for the sake of competing on the longs, Super Creek is Super Creek,
yeah.
right? I don't think you're ever worried about dying if you have Super Creek, and she can still do some work on the other maps. You know, with that redshift, if she can get in a good position and redshift head on, like she can still close out. Like it's that she's definitely not weak.
Plus 20 visuals. Nice.
Plus 20, we love to see that.
On the side of Cinderella Gray, we've seen the Elquander Pasa. We've seen half of the Meisho Doto, and now we're seeing the Saiyan Sky.
Ooh, I wonder who they dropped. Maybe they dropped it's a special week.
Oh, that's the digital. The other digital, not the Halloween variant this time.
Yeah, everyone's still in their early game year. And no plus 20, unfortunately. But, ooh. I
Corner
wonder
recovery.
if this is a end digi or if it's just a late digi.
Well, he brought Rob Roy speed, right? So it has to be late this, you know.
Oh, it has to be. Yeah, yeah. Get that lion weight and that, choice on the left, right. I do think late digi is probably the better option here.
Yeah, but especially if you have good legacies for it.
Hmm.
We're at the first concert. Let's put our hands together and hope they don't get screwed by coin RNG.
Okay, so and checking in from the Scarlet stream, Scarlet is running Gold Chip.
It is
Scarlet
especially
is
drop
going to
down.
coach. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna have three backliners. Halloween Doto is probably be a pace chaser. So three backliners, and we know that there's gonna be the Halloween Digi on the other team. So there's gonna be at least four backliners. So the backliner competition is gonna be real. I wonder if that's actually I'm not. I'm hesitant to say if it's like a misplay or not because I do feel like Halloween Digi is an objectively strong pick, and dropping her would probably be would probably feel really bad. But having them add that additional backliner when Senator Gray has the stronger backliners lineup, in my opinion, does kind of, in my opinion, make it a little bit more favored towards Senator Gray. And
During
it's
the
going to be an instant glue
Oh
for.
no.
Maybe they did not see what they wanted to see, and that's kind of the advantage of the current scenario, right? It's really really fast, so if you don't like what you see and it's early enough, you just re-roll.
During the break, I did take a look at what Howie Mishodoto has. She does have built-in neck and neck and swinging maestro, allowing her to compete on the long as well.
Oh, that would probably would explain why she's been used so much. Built-in neck and neck in this current era that's crazy. Especially we've seen with how we've seen the draft meta kind of play out, it's been a lot of kind of like 4 mile drafts. This case not so much, but these are a lot of like the shorter mediums. Like we have like the 2000s, like the neck and neck is still going to be a pretty decent value there. If it even if it hits a little bit late, and if it hits early, then you just won the lottery. So I'm very interested to see how things go.
Getting those bonds ready.
It looks like Memphis also did a glue.
Dord
'Cause-
left the career.
yeah.
Unfortunate clicks.
but you know what? These first 2 turns are looking good, so maybe it was worth it.
Any Umas that you would like to see specifically?
I am definitely interested in seeing this red Maru. Like, I think for Team Umakendo, they definitely put a lot on that red Maru pick. That was like their basically first pick that they secured for themselves, right? Like, you know, picking Palmer, getting that red Maru, that was basically their, like, you know, their most OP pick slot, right? And in this draft, she's definitely gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting for them, because if she can't beat out the Sand Sky, I can't see her doing much. I mean, 0.4 is 0.4, but like, you know, if a red Maru is in second place, I don't see her beating any of the Pacers or backliners. She's gonna need to be in that first place to hit that 0.6, and fighting against a Saiyan Sky, like, especially when you don't have access to, you know, that Smaru card, I feel like she's definitely on an uphill battle here. But definitely looking forward to seeing if she can, you know, hit some pivotal skills. Still early here, so, you know, we'll see how things progress. But if this red Maru can pop off, like, she, if she gets in first place in any one of the Redshift maps, she's definitely winning for sure.
Yeah, kind of random because I saw Red Maru finish the debut race, but has anyone else noticed that like it's so much easier to lose debut race in Grand Live? Like I feel like I've been losing debut race so much more often in this scenario.
Let's see. I mean, well, I guess so. I mean, you don't really. I feel like that's kind of a consequence of losing access to Machifuku speed, right? I think I'm always missing that 30 sats. Like, ever since we stopped using that card, I've been missing it. So that might be contributing to it.
Small question. What was the deck of the Maru? Because I don't think I've seen Bourbon Wit on any of the trainings.
Did we just see a Bourbon Wood event talk on Maru?
Oh, I might be blind then. I'm slowly losing it.
Yeah, I think we just saw Bourbon event 1 proc.
Yeah.
Oh my days. Maybe I'm just.
Oh,
All good, all good.
oh. Where's the bourbon though?
Wait a minute. Was it somebody else that just procced on?
Wait, where's the
Is
bourbon?
this-
Wait, oh, there is no Bourbon. You're right. I guess it was
Is
somebody else
this-
that Bourbon event procced on because I did see it just happen, but
Is this a pace Maru? Is this a pace Maru?
Is this an attempt to.
This cannot be a pace Maru.
I mean, it has to. Right? We just saw that this deck doesn't have Bourbon Wit.
Yeah, we saw every
No,
card
no,
in it.
Yeah,
This cannot be a pace Maru.
the
There's
two which
no
cards
front runners to contest Sand Sky.
or maybe they just forgot. You know,
Wait,
that always
maybe
happens.
maybe
Right?
someone else is a front runner.
I'm not sure. Fisfuchi is definitely a pace chaser, and Tiamaparo can run front, but it's a little bit rough. You know, it's a little bit rough.
One thing to mention. I did notice the Team Opera O does have Tosin Jordan speed in their deck, looking for potential stray away recovery or both breath of fresh air.
I
To
love
help.
this card.
Yeah, to help with the Nakayama 2500 a bit and potentially be able to cheat a little bit on the stam requirements for the other tracks as well.
Yeah, Kurunako, I think he was looking for an NG click there. Unfortunately, did not get it, so gonna have to click this wit. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Medium corners. A nice hint to take.
Oh, 2 good clicks. That's what you hate to see.
I think, yeah.
The Tachyon hint would. Oh, unfortunate.
Oof.
I think especially in the draft environment, you end up kind of going safe, right? Like you can try to click a bunch of wit, But I feel like a lot of the time people, oh my, wait a
Whoa.
second.
Oh my
wow.
god. Oh whoa.
I think a lot of
Nice.
people,
That's
I think a lot of people
that's-
just make sure they don't like fall too far behind on speed because of the limited time.
I did see a Christmas Ogre inherit. Is that relevant? I
Could
don't.
be a unique play on Creek.
Christmas Ogre inherit. I don't think that's. I think maybe that's just their best parent potentially. I don't think that's a really relevant skill for these maps, right? No, I don't think so.
We'll see if they decide to buy that Festive Miracle Inherit. Could be a risk they decide to go for.
Yeah,
Oh.
festive.
Oh,
Ooh, Umastan. Is this free Umastan?
yeah.
Oh
I
my.
think so. I don't think they're running that
Yeah,
card.
free Umastan. Oh man,
You love to see. You actually love to see it.
you love to see it. Oh my god.
And 76 energy from the third event.
Oh boy.
We're back to the fantasy pasta.
Yeah. So this pick actually surprised me. I'm always like a little bit hesitant when I see this F pasta pick. Like, you know, sometimes she can pop off, but I feel like she gets a lot of representation despite her gambling nature. So I wonder if she's been getting stronger in some way. So let me take a look at her base kit actually. Sponsored by Uma.Guide. Guys, if you guys don't know what Uma does, go use Uma.Guide. And she's gonna have that Rising Dragon Furious Feet. So this is definitely the Furious Feet mild skill. Rising Dragon. I don't really like Rising Dragon in Redshift maps. I feel like it can activate way too early. Yes, it's really just gonna be that Condor's Fury, from 4 to 7. I wonder if is it pace? No, it can't be pace. There's not enough front runners for it to warrant that. It's gonna be late for sure. Curious.
Oh, first click of Light Hello
Oh.
in classic your early March. The early game must have gone really well.
Either it went really well or
Really poorly, yeah, but it's probably really well. The stats do look good, so.
Oh, right-handed. How many right-handed maps do we have? We have a lot. Well, actually, yeah, we have a lot. There's only 2 left-handed maps. So,
Oh, medium
we good
S.
for medium S,
And
groundwork.
nothing else. Medium S
Oh.
and literally nothing else.
I mean, groundwork. I mean, you're not gonna say no to groundwork, right? Like,
That's true, yeah.
maybe get a nimble here. You get a nimble.
Let's see what
Oh,
Kenta say
never mind.
is.
Just kidding.
Inspiration.
It wasn't nimble. I looked at it.
It wasn't nimble.
I think it was like firm.
Early lead.
Pirouette.
Igwit. Oh, no groundwork.
They
Taking
do
the
have
lead.
DD.
DD. I didn't see groundwork. I mean, I saw taking the lead. If that event finishing this early is definitely a relief, but no groundwork. But okay. Does that really matter? I mean, if there's no other front runners, okay, what happens if there's no other front runners?
They did make solo front. I'm unsure. It's a little bit of a mystery. We might see it in action. I do think out of all the potential front runners, Saiyan is the strongest with solo front.
Yeah, it's not as bad as before, but you still do lose out on some core front runner mechanics. But it is Saiyan, so it might not be that bad.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, if you hit 0.6, like I mean, like it's a 0.6, right? Like I think
That
you
is
win
true.
that still. I think you wins that still. Even if there's even if there's a pace chaser right on your ass, I feel like if you hit 0.6, you win that still.
It's a bit of a gamble, but they
Head
we'll
on.
see
Wow.
how
It's
it
gonna
works
be pace
out.
Saiyan. Saiyan pace.
The crazy read that no one's bringing a front runner.
Yo, Saiyan, lucky pace Saiyan. Lucky
Lucky
pace
pace.
Saiyan's gonna go crazy, guys.
Lucky pace Saiyan.
Oh, looking to carry over here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like they already bought some stuff. Yep.
I would personally go one more song here, but I guess he's being conservative. It is draft. He does only have one more run.
I mean,
And
you
if you get really
can.
unlucky here, you're finished.
Yeah. You can just buy the song right away for the power effect.
All right, how's this run going?
Oh, that is the SP song.
Ooh, that's the skill point song. We definitely want to see that.
Depends on how late we are, though. Senior year, early Jan? Not
Ooh,
the
senior
worst.
early Jan. We were definitely looking for a training friendship
Oh,
bonus song.
issues.
Oh my
Oh.
You hate to
oh
see it.
my
You actually
god,
hate
you
to
hate
see it.
Oh, this stat line's kind of low,
It's
no?
it's all right. I mean,
it's all right.
in the end, it just depends on how much friendship bonus you get in early senior year.
Yeah, I think we getting the first song this kind of tells me that okay, they didn't get the skill point song in the last quarter, right? And they had to buy it now. That's kind of like, a little bit less coins going towards your friendship bonus songs, I kind of would have already liked to already bought some friendship bonus songs at this point. All those rainbows could have been like a little bit. Oh, actually, no, they're not going to be boosted yet. But definitely, want to be buying the songs mid. Yeah, you don't want to be waiting till the end to buy them so you can like, adjust.
Yeah. Um, now that we know like both team comps, right? I guess what are our thoughts on how this lobby's gonna pan out composition wise?
So it is going to be okay. So I still don't know if that Marzensky is a front runner, but it cannot be a front runner if there's no taking the lead. Like you cannot be playing Marzensky front runner with no taking the lead. Like she's gonna get swallowed by the Pacers. Like
The thing is, like, if you think about it, Maru Zensky does not have a favorite matchup into Saiyan Sky anyways for the front runner battle because Saiyan Sky has
yeah,
she has built in escape artist and she has
top runner.
tail held high. Like, so in this scenario, maybe the idea is that like you just completely give up the front battle and try to play from slightly more advantageous position from with pace Maru Zensky, since there's a very low chance that you're going to win the front battle anyways, right?
Oh yeah, resting in summer definitely not something you want to see.
Definitely not something you want to see. Yeah.
I would definitely click the speed there. Yeah,
The speed is this senior or junior? This
this
classic
is
year.
classic.
I sure hope it's not senior.
Yeah.
700
Yeah.
speed coming out of senior summer would be
Yeah.
a little
Yeah,
tragic.
yeah.
Had to make
That's
sure,
like a little bit
Yeah.
of a gigantic car crash at that point.
Yeah.
We are getting some clicks here though. Nice little double speed. And the wit's not looking that bad, but honestly, how do you guys feel about wit breakpoints? Like, I kind of feel like wit doesn't even matter until like senior year. Like, I've walked into senior year with like 300 wit and walked out with like almost cap.
The more I play the scenario, the more I realize that like compared to like previous scenarios, the breakpoints don't mean as much because like one really good click in senior year can fix your stat line completely. So it's
Yeah,
like I'm like less concerned about it for the most part.
yeah, that's basically where I'm at too. Like, like some runs I'm walking into senior year with almost cap speed. Other runs
Yeah.
I'm like 600, but I always end up the same spot anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
As long as you get the FE songs,
Yeah, those big juicy clicks during that's senior summer. That's really what you want to see. Definitely something I see. I feel like is kind of like obvious, quote unquote, but not so obvious. Is that I feel like not a lot of people are digging for those energy songs during senior summer. Every time I see anyone rest during senior summer, I kind of like die inside a little bit. Like you really didn't need to rest there. Just go buy some songs. You'll hit an energy song eventually.
Well, it definitely depends, but yeah, I think you should do everything possible in your ability before you try to go for resting in summer.
Yeah, because like maybe people like feel a little bit intimidated that oh man, it's so expensive to rest. But if you can get a big click, you earn all those coins back. Resting doesn't give coins. If you can get a good click and all it costs is like that energy song you have to buy, like it's basically free.
Yeah, I think
Leap
it
forward.
also like keeps stacking up too, right? Because to do that, you must have been clicking enough earlier to have enough coins to be able to dig for energy. So
Mm-hmm.
so it's just something that people have to keep in mind a lot throughout the
Yeah.
entire career.
Yeah, it's definitely something you just have to be cognizant of it because it's something that like you just have to think about because definitely resting in this scenario is the absolute last option you want to do. You really do not want to be doing that until there's nuance in there, of course, but you just like overall, like the coins mean so much. It's not just your songs, but it's it's the training, it's the stats. The coins also equate more stats, right? So it's a very snowbally effect.
Yeah, we're seeing that right now. The energy is looking. Oh yeah. Well, the mood up does make it less painful, right? But it does feel bad.
You also didn't have a training, so it's like it is what it is at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is here. We don't really have a training, so unfortunate.
Like if it feels bad, and it is bad, right? But that's like the only choice you can make at that position.
feel like
Yeah.
depending.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yukino Bijin wit. Wow.
No stopping me.
No stopping me.
me.
I mean, like, you know what? Like, Nakayama 2500, like that's good there. And for Redshift maps, it's not that bad. I think no stopping me still works there. So
No stopping me.
might be a cook.
The mantra of the two major in-person event champions.
That's true.
It might be a cook. Like, I feel it. I dig it.
Whoa, Junior, your pre-debut.
oh, wait, how much time? 14 minutes.
Well, maybe this is the second run, right? Maybe they finished their first
Oh,
run.
I'm
and then they
hearing in
fought the
chat
second run.
that HDG failed career.
Failed career.
Failed
Oh.
career.
Oh, got greedy on the 2G1 goal and got like second on the second G1 or
Oh.
whatever.
Oh,
Oh,
no. Oh my god, there's no way. Oh no. Guys.
That's actually
Oh.
tragic. I
They
mean,
just have to go. You just have to get as far as they can in his career.
Oh, I mean,
they should just.
do you ever pivot to like Grand? Sorry.
Yeah, you should.
Unity?
You should just. Yeah, you should
They
just
should
open
have
Unity
pivoted.
stream. Yeah, they should.
Did you ever pivot Unity and just slam like a million? Wait, which team is this? HDG and slam a million front debuffs? Thoughts?
Well,
I
that was
feel like
that was
might
the
be-
idea of what
yeah.
other people do, right? Like they just slam Unity if they don't have enough time. I think that's a completely viable tactic, but they are in Grand Life
Yeah.
already, and they only have 14 minutes left. I don't think there's no way this is enough time to finish a
There's
career.
no way.
Oh,
What? Oh my god.
It's gonna be an NPC in that slot.
That is going to be an NPC, which honestly, because I feel like that's worse because I feel like it's better to have just like a F rank Uma than an NPC because at least you can, have
Manipulate?
that control, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Especially here. Yeah, wow, that's crazy. This is definitely gonna be shaking things up, like, because this does mean that Umakendo is losing their only backliner in their in their draft. So they're not going to have really anyone to be able to compete for those backliner positions.
Yeah, and looking at the Cinderella Grey comp, other than the Sand Sky, they're very, very more backliner, right? I think that the
They are,
the
yeah.
pace slots are being occupied heavily by Umakendo. But Capom, I know you have a lot of thoughts historically about, I guess, well, no, I started that sentence weirdly. You've been here for like all eras of draft. What do you think about, I guess, how lobby comp has evolved? Because at one point in draft, it was front hell. Like people were just drafting fronts and blocking out all the excel positions, but we're so far from that now.
Yeah, it's actually interesting how the meta has evolved over time because, well, honestly, I can't say I'm too, what do you say, like experienced in the Grand Life meta. I haven't played a game of draft so far in Grand Life, but from what I'm watching, right, it's very pace heavy. I think everybody's interested in using the new tools that Pace has because, I mean, finally, right, after 3 scenarios, Pace finally got a mid-game skill that is not a 1.8 second 0.35 that only activates in the final corner and doesn't work in half the maps in the game. So, and I do think that fronts are probably still very strong, but in these lobbies where it's like very high pace compositions, it's definitely more difficult for these front runners to perform. And I mean, that's kind of what we're seeing in the meta, right? It's a very pace heavy, very like low front lobby. But
That'll change a lot of things for Umakendo as well.
yep. I'm just interested in seeing how the meta further develops because we are getting a lot of new meta Umas in this scenario, right? So maybe as more things come out, the metas will shift a little bit, maybe in the direction of fronts, maybe this direction of backlines, but yeah, we'll see.
Does the say they do have groundwork this one? They got off of second inspo or off of Maru Hinton. That is relieving for the Cinderella. That is especially relieving for Memphis. Especially after not seeing groundwork off the first inspo.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that
getting
is a click.
some amazing clicks here late into senior year, and these turns matter so much.
Wow, that is an amazing click. And this is what you want to be seeing, this late in the career. Like that's where all your stats are coming from. This is not what you want to be seeing, but
Yeah,
it
but
happens.
honestly, that last click was maybe 2 turns worth of clicks, so
Yeah.
we're all about neutral here. Let's see the tracks. Well, this game is definitely not surviving the longer tracks, right? Does she have a recovery?
She can opt for recovery, right?
Who?
Saying. Because
Well,
we're
only if she brought a card, right? That has a recovery. Her built-in skills are keeping the lead, gold, and escape artist.
the longest track here is Ari Makinen.
And there's a 2400 and a 2300, which are still pretty stem intensive.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little bit rough for to say.
Yeah, maybe she did bring a stamina card though. I mean, we didn't see it, right?
Oh yeah.
Always a
Or
possibility.
maybe they're just like trusting in their backliner players to win that long and just trying to stand for the longest medium.
That's also possible, yeah.
Right, there's concentration. Oh, curvature in late November. Okay.
Oof.
Only +5 though. That does suck.
Only +1 hint.
The speed clicks are looking good though.
Oh wow, the clicks are clicking. This stamina though, I don't think it's enough to.
Can it survive the 2000s?
No.
Oh, that's
I don't.
Uh,
Well, there's no spot struggle. There's no spot struggle,
But can
right?
it survive the 2000s?
Depends on if that Mario is going to be still slotted in as a front or as a pace.
Wait, there's
'cause-
gonna be NPC for sure. So,
yeah,
so like there might be a spot struggling.
Let's check out how Yunaka is doing on the Digi. Not to be confused with the Halloween Digi on the other side. Okay. The wit is a bit low though. And this is the final click of the run. And I mean, you're not hitting 1200 power, unfortunately, but at the very least, a good wit click to finish it off does feel pretty good.
yeah. Especially on some of the more crazy downhill tracks on Honshin and Chukyo, being able to hit that pace down, downhill mode is going to be major.
Right, let's head on over to the other players who are also finishing their runs here.
Yeah, we're heading down to the final moments now. 6 minutes left.
Let's see. Just getting some extra stats here. Trying to push for 1200 power if possible, but it's not looking like that's going to be possible here. Still quite a bit away.
Let's
Where are we?
see.
Oh, we are finale semifinals, and yeah, they don't have enough energy for clicking the next turn either, unless they want to gamble the failure rate.
It's a bit risky depending on the percentages.
And the wood is low enough that they probably just want to be clicking wood here anyways.
Yeah, they're going to end up like so close to 1200 power.
And the last turn
Oh,
sucks.
no rainbows.
Nothing to buy.
Yeah. I think they're checking their coins to see if they can like push into another turn so they can.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
Just buy another thing.
so they can buy another thing.
Yep.
Okay. If they get lucky here, that's another buy. Okay. Wait. This could be a lot of stats.
Okay.
What could be a little bit of stats, but
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like I've seen worse. Like only like that was only like another like 12 power or 12 guts that they lost. Right, I've lost worse.
Right, buying
oh,
skills
they're buying
now.
skills?
I wonder
Well,
what the
they've
stat
already
line
bought
looks
skills,
like.
but
Hey, we are gonna be seeing that creek
yep. Slipstream. See you later. All I've got.
head on.
Oh, they're choosing not to buy all I've got. I guess it is. But it is a 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 5 medium draft. I feel like all I've got is very good value here.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good buy here. I'd say. We love the. It's not 3 seconds, right? I think it's like 2 point something.
Which skill?
All I've got.
All I've got. Wasn't it buffed recently?
I feel like it's not 3 seconds. I feel like it's one of those skills that's like 2.7 or 2 or something, so 2.4.
Well, let's see. No,
see.
it is 3 seconds. It was buffed last anniversary to be 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so definitely we love those 3-second skills. So
Yep. Late race velocity, and it's
Yeah.
free. You get it guaranteed for running a card. Definitely love to see it.
we love to see it. Leap
Going
forward,
for-
no way.
On the
I
one
do see a
map.
shrewd step. Nimble? Oh wow. Okay. A lot of good skills here.
Right-handed does
Head
work
on.
on 5 of these tracks, so this could be
Yeah.
a very speedy creek.
Could be a very strong creek for sure. Lone Wolf. They're debating the Lone Wolf.
Probably
I feel like you always take it. You know, like
they're
I
probably
think it's
they're
good.
probably communicating with their team to see if they're gonna be the one to
Okay,
take Lone
okay.
Wolf, right? Because a lot of people are gonna
Yeah.
have Lone Wolf due to Auto giving Lone Wolf to you for basically free. So
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's it. That's
the Halloween.
unfortunately, the Halloween Digi. I think that's it. Unfortunately,
I
Yeah.
think they're
it's gonna be.
submitting whatever they have.
can you skip over to the Halloween? Did you stream? I do want to see it.
No, they doored. It's
Oh, they
over.
door. Oh, okay, it's
Timer's over.
over.
I'm pretty sure.
Ah,
Yeah, that's
unlucky.
okay. There's 2 minutes left. Remember, give a ping reminder. And who's the captain on Umakendo? Is Era. Yeah.
All right. It looks like they're just about confirming the Super Creek. I just want to see the Super Creek.
Oh, you. That's not something you want to see.
Ooh.
Gold rank in Grand Live.
Yeah,
Unlucky.
you do want that UG at minimum.
Oh my God. 69 speed tokens left. Unlucky.
UG
UG9.
9.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay. I mean, that's a big creek.
This creek is like so close to being like
That creek is
Thanos.
gonna live.
Yeah.
That creek is gonna live. I mean, it's medium S. It's medium S. It has the stuff, like
Oh,
head on, like nimble nav, redshift. Like it has the juice.
they made an interesting decision. They made the decision to drop right-handed and lone wolf in exchange for come what may. I don't know if that's the right decision. I feel like they should have just taken the speed greens, right? Right-handed works on 5 of the tracks.
Right-handed works on 5 of the tracks. Yeah,
Yes.
5 out of 7.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just feel
I
like
guess
that's not the right decision.
they took column A. I think the idea is like if they're behind the front, they might need to catch up speed using it on 4 of the tracks, but could be risky not having that extra speed.
Actually, how is Super Creek planning on accelerating in these tracks?
I mean, they're mostly redshift, right? I mean, she gets redshift, like
I
gets the
guess so. Yeah,
nimble head on.
you get
Like,
redshift, you get nimble head on. All right.
If it hits correctly, it's a pretty good.
UG5, just an average roll.
Pretty decent. Okay, time is up. So let's go ahead and check in on our submissions. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, everyone submitted for Cinderella Gray, and let's check in with Umakendo. 1, 2. Oh wow! So they did make a Digi, an A rank Digi. Unfortunate.
Oh,
I mean,
they managed to fail a career goal or whatever?
Yeah, I think
Well, they
so.
failed the career
Yeah,
goal the first time.
the first time
They
failed
got
career goal.
greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, honestly, smart. That's smart. That's smart. I think that's as good as recovery as you can get. Okay, 1, 2. Yep, everyone's there. So let's go to a break, and then when we come back, we'll be starting the races.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. See you soon. Welcome back, and we're here with the races for this match, and we're gonna be in the room shortly.
Awesome. So taking a look. So you guys can't see the Umas yet, but once we get in the rooms, you guys will be able to see. But we do have a lot of good picks here. Definitely gonna be a standout for me is gonna be that Saiyan Sky, with good stats, basically cap speed with that red shift, that angling scheming, the sole front runner in this lobby, I believe. So it's gonna be really to see if they can close out or not. Oh wait, actually, no, I'm tripping. It's not a pace Maru. We've been talking about this all this time as if it was a pace Maru, and it's actually a front Maru. Huh.
I know.
Mm.
You can see
Does
the
that
skills
PTR?
now, right?
Yeah, it's a front Maru, but we with no taking the lead. That is a choice. But do they have groundwork? No.
Ooh.
I mean, like, I've seen things happen. I've seen things happen. Sometimes you just pace up 20 seconds in a row and you get first place, right? Like this
Yeah.
I would not count it out just yet. It is a red Maru. If she can get ahead somehow, you can make things happen. But it's gonna be a very hard. Yeah, so looking at this lobby, we're gonna have that digital. And what is gonna be the composition? Can you close out real quick to see, like, okay, there's gonna be 2 front,
3-5-2.
5 pace. Wow, 5 pace. So we do have an NPC in this lobby. Unfortunately, we had 1 DQ, so that is going to be a NPC taking that slot. Pristine song, wilding out for the boys. Maybe they can make an impact. And this actually might actually make an impact because we do have the little bit of a car crash there with that Agnes digital, so she might as well be an NPC, right? And with this pace chaser NPC in pace, that means there's really only 2 backliners, and with only 2 backliners, it is gonna be pretty tough for them to like get in position, I think.
This is going to be a very interesting stage to set.
Yeah, so definitely I'm looking forward to seeing how this is gonna go. The odds are definitely stacked against Umakendo's favor with that stacked Saiyan Sky uncontested basically in first place, and that's that gold chip doesn't look too shabby either. So yeah.
Who is who again? Guys, can you please set your Uma usernames to like ones that resemble Discord? I can't set this up. I don't know who is who. I know most people obviously, right? But like some people I got no clue who they are.
Yeah, so coming out for Team Umakendo is gonna be that Super Creek and Kuroneko gonna be fighting for their team's life, and they do have 2 really strong pace chasers, and this is a redshift map, so I wouldn't count them out. I don't think they're gonna get completely shut out, but it is definitely looking very dangerous.
Very interesting to see which team will start strong and set the stage for what to expect for the upcoming maps.
Yeah, so the Hiroi is gonna be Maru, okay, and then the Fuji is Leo, okay.
Okay.
Okay, Hiroi. Guys.
And then I don't know is Samiko.
Okay.
I don't know. It's Samiko.
Guys.
At least we sorted it out eventually.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I think we're ready. Soon.
All right.
Right?
Yeah, we're about to be ready. Right?
Yep.
All right. It's definitely gonna be this Super Creek and Kuroneko's TM up row against the world here.
Yep.
Oh, they put in the results. Oh.
But yeah, this is definitely Sans Guy's game to lose, I believe. Like on these redshift maps, she has that 0.6. She even has a Maruzensky with her to help her run. You know, she has a pair running partner to get away from the pace chaser. So she's this is gonna be a pretty easy run for her. I'd say.
If she's able to hold on to the lead and run it down, it'll be interesting to see the dynamic now that it's two fronts, contrary to what we thought throughout the whole entire build phase.
Yeah. All right, heading into the match, we are going to the G1 Osaka High.
I think we also need to recognize the extreme amounts of downhill on this track. Let's see who feels lucky and who doesn't with the downhill mode.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 favorite, Super Creek. Number 2, Misho Dodo, with 3 being the same sky. Does Side Games know more than us?
Side Games might know something.
And we're off. Saiyan Sky hitting the DD into the egg wit. Being able to hold the lead against the Red Maru through the early race as we approach the mid race.
It's going to be Saiyan Sky in first place. You know, Red Maru surprisingly not too far back. I was expecting her to get swallowed up really quickly by the pace chasers, but she's hanging on there, and I don't know if that's a good thing for Team Umakendo or not, because I feel like that's all that's gonna really do is just push Saiyan Sky forward a little more. But wait, just as I speak, like I said, I've seen crazier things happen. That Red Marzensky with only 0.2 Axel, she is fighting for first place right now against
Really making the most of the downhill.
with 3 more gold skills than her. But unfortunately, it's looking like Saiyan Sky is going to be pulling ahead.
Something has happened to the TM Upper O, very far behind the weights.
And heading into the end, we are going to be getting that Saiyan Sky rush. Angling and scheming and redshift double proc. She is absolutely flying. And it doesn't look like there's going to be anybody who can contend the pace chasers chasing. But oh my god, can they connect dueling? That pace chaser, oh my god, that Doto and Super Creek, they've caught up to Saiyan Sky. Meisho Doto heading for the end. She is absolutely dominating and is going to be Meisho Doto, followed by that Super Creek. Wow, Saiyan Sky, I wonder if she ran out of stamina there a little bit. I did not expect her to be unable to hold on to first there, but wow, Meisho Doto really showing why she's been a popular pick recently.
The Super Creek holding on to second for Umakendo, very important. Those 2 points may make the difference.
Yeah, absolutely key. It's going to be Super Creek and the TM Upper O against the world here. So getting second place here, if there was a slightly less wide swing, this could have been Super Creek's game. They were definitely neck and neck there, and Super Creek on the outside with the wider swing might have hurt her chances of getting first place here. It might have robbed her away.
Yeah. In fourth place, the Fuji Kiseki Saiyan Sky being able to hold above the Fuji by a decent margin.
Heading into the second race, so this is going to be that Hanshin 2400. So compared to that Hanshin 2000 we just did, it's going to be a much more brutal race. So if that Saiyan Sky didn't have enough stamina for there, as I kind of suspected, I kind of feel like she ran out of stamina. I didn't see the animation at the end, but kind of felt like she was walking a little bit. This Hanshin 2400 is not going to be any easier.
Yeah, the uphill into the flat area, the flat mid race of the Hanshin 24,000, with a small amount of downhill near the end, but not sure if they can scam enough stamina off of downhill mode on this track compared to the previous one.
All right, the race has started for the second one. And the stuff that you talked about with the Saiyan Sky, I think it's safe to say Saiyan Sky is not scoring points here, right?
Yeah, I kind of feel like she was definitely limping there on that final race, and this race is gonna be even worse for her. So if she didn't have enough stamina for the last one, this one is gonna be even worse. So definitely looking at the pace chasers, and you know what? That's Super Creek having so much stamina and having good skills. That might be the clincher for their team. If it's gonna be any race, it's gonna be this one that Umakendo can secure a first place at.
Any interesting things happening with the gates here?
Let's see.
Maru being on 9th gate, did they have DDPP equip, or are they kind of stranded?
Yeah, it's a little bit homeless, I'd say. Yeah.
Super Creek might be able to use the Pure Heart to survive.
Yeah, Super Creek is definitely living this one for sure. I am not worried about that one. With her Pure Heart and Swinging Maestro, she is not going to be dying anytime soon on any of these maps. And that's going to might be the key, X factor here for Team Umakendo. Being able to have that reliable pace chaser to live on every single map. Maybe Side Games does know something we don't, because she's been #1 favorite, and I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling the Super Creek.
I do think Say has the potential to hold on to a potential podium spot with just a raw Excel, if they're able to pace up enough for
and they're off. Full loadout here coming out for that Saiyan Sky. I think I saw the 0.6 and DD. Are we going to get a close? There we go. Ignited Wit finally going to be closing that door, swiftly making her lead away from that red Marzensky. Not that I should be too worried. It's going to be a really freak of nature accident for the red Mars to overtake her in the early game, I feel, with her only 0.2 Axel. But the worry is going to be if that red Maru can pull it off another miracle, almost robbing that last one, with her how much she paced up.
But this time the upper O finding themselves within the pace pack and not mingling with the lights this time.
Looking at this Super Creek though, like no matter the track, I feel like the Super Creek is just so strong. This sheer stat line, the skills, like this is just an incredibly strong Uma, and I think she's gonna be in a good spot to place again here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Kuroneko's in position this time. I think he wasn't in position last time to get any uniques, but he is going to be here as long as he maintained this 4th place position. That unique is for TM Upper O is going to be 2 to 4. So heading into the final stretch now.
So
Angling and scheming, but not enough stamina to finish it out. It looks like number 8 rushing forward. That's going to be that Super Creek running past absolutely everyone else. The Redshift doing wonders, as the Dodo is the only other Uma that looks to be in contention. But no, Kuroneko's TM Opera O fighting and battling back. Number 5 in second place at the moment. Digital also trying to catch up. Yunaka, Cinderella Gray looking to score some points here with that Dodo and that Agnes Digital. But Umakendo defending, but it's looking like it's a Dodo. The Dodo is rushing past the Super Creek. Will it be enough? It's not enough. The Super Creek maintains first place in Umakendo. I think they're back in a tied game.
The late
Yeah,
proxy ya
absolutely.
later.
Crazy performance that, oh my god, that end game velocity bomb from Constellation's Dodo there almost took it. That was really surprising. She was so far behind, but almost overtaking Super Creek, if not for that late game see you later, proccing at the last moment.
Really important points by the Super Creek being able to hold on by just a neck.
Yeah, and now we are in a tied games, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what? Like this is not even gonna be the longest map. We still have that Nakayama 2500. Don't forget that is gonna be another map that Team Umakendo can get a lot of points on.
Oof.
Heading into game 3, we are going back to Cinderella Gray's map. It is going to be Chukyo 2000. This is going to be a pretty easy time. I think we're going to be able to have Sand Sky, wake up again. There is a shorter map with a gigantic downhill. Chukyo is always known for their downhills, so it is rainy, soft rainy, so that might have a bit of an impact. But considering the size of this downhill, unless the Sand Sky absolutely wit checks absolutely everything, I don't think she'll be dying this time.
I do think we need to point out the NPC Uma is in fact the front this time.
Oh, it is dangerous, but is not gonna have any gate accels, so you know what? As is going to end up becoming food for the pace, I think. And, that could be a good thing for the pace chasers. Having more food is always going to be good, especially with someone that's not really going to be able to get away from them at all.
Right.
This track is in fact all about those wits, being able to access the downhill mode, being able to proc your skills. Let's see which Uma truly studied for this test of a racetrack.
Yeah, it's honestly not my favorite. Anytime a Chukyo rolls around, it's kind of a clown fiesta. People getting 20 seconds of pace up due to downhill rolls, and other people getting 0. It's it can do crazy things.
Both teams looking to hopefully be favored by the three goddesses for this race, as we are in fact at a tied game.
Yeah, eyes on Super Creek, see if she can continue to make a miracle happen.
Dodo all the way in the 10th gate. Didi,
Sand Sky,
big wit, instant.
Ig Wit, Didi Ig Wit. She has the full package.
And the front runner straights as the icing on top.
Oh, but the Sand Sky is rushed.
Oh,
And Spot struggling. Oh, that might matter.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Was that double? Was that double?
I'm
might
not
be
sure.
dead.
It was rushed and then Spot struggle. So yeah, she might have a really hard time at the end of the race.
That is not good. This is a rainy map, and the Sand Sky did die, I feel like, on that first Hanshin, but Chukyo does have a gigantic downhill, so maybe she can just live just long enough. But that's not something we want to see. And Super Creek eating up that other frontrunner, and now on the heels of Marzenski.
Marzinski's also looking to overtake Saiyan proccing the defensive leader's pride as they enter into the late race.
And this is a perfect position for the Super Creek to activate Nimble Navigator.
Oh, wait, Super Creek. Forget about the England scheming. Sand Sky is not winning this race. Nimble Navigator, did we see it?
No.
I think it missed. I think she was just out. But Super Creek is so close. The Saiyan Sky is not moving. She's not making any distance. What is going on?
Gold chip on the outside.
Gold chip on the outside. Kuroneko's Team Aparo on the inside rail running Fuji Kiseki.
Oh, Agnes Digital! Agnes Digital all the way on the inside, passes absolutely everybody, and that's going to be big points for Yunaka. No one was looking at the Digital.
Wow. I don't know where she found that angle, weaving through multiple pace chasers to get that win, but oh my god, that was an absolutely crazy final stretch. Team Umakendo showing they're not out of it. Super Creek and Kuroneko. Team Aparo getting second and third place.
Vitally, Digital denying the first and being able to take the lead back for Team Sin Gray.
It is a close match. 1 point difference between these two teams. And heading into the next match is back onto Tokyo 2300 and is gonna be Summer. This so far, it's the Saiyan Sky has not woken up at all. She's just been dying left and right on every single map.
A bit
It's
unfortunate.
very, very concerning.
The last race was truly an unfortunate circumstance. Having a spot struggle and rush, having slight overlay might have been the nail in the coffin, despite hitting recoveries in the straight recovery and corner recovery. It was not enough for Say to be able to run down the late race.
Yeah, we were talking like Saiyan Sky, like this was her race to lose, but she just she's losing it. Like she did not bring enough stamina. She didn't do enough stamina training.
Oh, wait, this is race number...
This is gonna be race number 4, Tokyo 2300.
Wait, this is race number 4?
Yeah, Tokyo 2300, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Oh, wow.
I was getting a little worried seeing a red skill, but we're safe.
Oh, that NPC almost terrorizing the lobby a little bit. But we're gonna be safe. All right. Heading into race 4 is gonna be Tokyo 2300. Basically gonna be the derby, a little bit more redshift friendly derby version, I'd say. Just stamina wise, not much difference. It's still gonna be super rough. Saiyan Sky is not gonna be living this one, folks. So eyes on that Doto. Doto has been the one to compete with Super Creek this entire time, and we're gonna have to see if she can keep up that performance. Gold Chip so far has been having a super quiet game. Have not seen her do anything so far, and I think this is kind of the consequence of having a high front pace lobby. Like the end closers just don't have room to do anything.
The unfortunate, also the lack of having to compete with the head-on or neck-and-neck, as well as the red shift, does make it even more harder. Though we did see the late surging Agnes Digital be able to score the 4 important points for Sin Gray in the previous track.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, heading out the gate, Saiyan Sky not missing any of her skills, so not that it matters. But she is going to be, leading the pace for this race as well.
Hoping
And
to not be
Swinging Maestro coming out for both of our pace chasers I saw right there, so gonna be key. Oh no, Fuji Kiseki being ahead of that Creek right now. That's not something we want to see. Creek Pure Heart only works 2 to 4. She's really gonna be wanting to get in front of if she wants to activate that unique, and she's just not able to do it. She's getting denied by her own teammate. It's gonna be up to Kuroneko this game. Creek not having that unique activated might end up killing her.
the
Kuroneko,
Fujikisi.
I don't know if they have enough stamina to live this race, but they are absolutely fighting for it. Our backliners moving up, but I don't think that's enough. It's not gonna be enough. It's gonna be all eyes on this Fuji Kiseki and this Team Aparo. Can she live? This Saiyan is not moving absolutely anywhere. No one is absolutely moving anywhere. It's Kuroneko's getting blocked, I believe. He's getting blocked by the Red Maru, his own teammate, but he's breaking through now.
Yeah, that Team Opera O taking the lead now. The Saiyan Sky fading fast, and now it's the Fuji Kiseki on the outside looking to get some more points for Umakendo, but it's also the Super Creek maintaining here. Somehow the Saiyan Sky is still alive. Somehow the Saiyan Sky is still alive, but getting passed now by 2 members. Umakendo sweeps the podium here.
Oh,
wait.
Team Opera watch that line.
Absolutely, everybody walking at the end there, and like I said, Super Creek without her unique, she's just not gonna have enough HP. But you know that Fuji Kiseki and TM Opera O, you know, clutching it up for the team. So telling,
oh, never mind,
you know, waking up for the team.
Dodo stole it.
Dodo did steal it. Yeah, Era just did not have enough stamina without that unique, but. This Fuji Kiseki, I was worried about this Fuji sabotaging the team potentially, but no, she closes it out, getting that second place. Solid performance from Kuroneko and Leo's Fuji Kiseki here.
Hans being able to deny that Umakendo podium.
It is gonna be Umakendo gonna in the lead. Is gonna be 16-12. Wow, what a game! We did not see this one coming, or at least I did not. Wow, this Saiyan Sky, I really didn't expect her to not have any kind of impact at all. Despite having an absolutely free reign on positioning, getting that angling scheming every race, but she's not able to survive. And now we see kind of like the reason why everyone's kind of, you know, preferring mild picks right now, because it is absolutely rough to not have enough stamina. And when you don't have enough stamina, folks, this is what happens. It doesn't matter if you have cap speed, cap power, almost cap wit, every single skill. No stamina, you're still going to lose the race.
We are going to approach our only long Nakayama 2500, home of the very impactful Arima Keenan. While it being a shorter long, it is still a long nonetheless. A very hardy stam check for our 2 teams over here. Say will have an even harder time being able to make an impact due to the stam requirements. We'll look to the Super Creek and Kuroneko to hold it out for Umakendo.
Yeah, definitely all eyes on that Super Creek again. We'll have to see if she can get in positioning to get that pure heart around this time around. And, you know, also eyes on Const Dodo. He's been the only one able to compete with them so far with this Super Creek, thanks to his stamina and his swinging maestro.
We could also look at the lates of Cinderella Brave, looking to make an impact on the longer late race due to it being a long.
Yeah, Gold Ship. If it's ever a time for you to do something, now is the time. This is going to be that Arima Keenan. I believe, let me take a look at the Gold Ship skills. Let's take a look. Gold Ship, 400 stamina. Oh, God, I don't think this Gold Ship is going to live, folks.
Also, taking a look at the chat, it looks like most people predicted Cinderella Grey winning this match, but right now, Umakendo is the one in the lead, and they're the ones with the incredibly powerful Super Creek.
Guys, who voted for Umakendo? Because you're about to get the payout of your life on this Pick'em's prediction. Starting out the race, we are having to see that Saiyan Sky in the lead again. Not that it matters. All eyes on the pacer positioning. Oh my God. Maruzensky waking up saying, I'm going to be a front runner this race as well.
That spot struggle between the Maru and the Saiyan's actually going to matter. I think that both of them are going to die incredibly quickly. Yeah,
Doto and Super Creek in 3rd and 4th place right now. Super Creek really needs to hold on to their 4th place, or else, oh, there we go, activated pure heart. No need to worry anymore. She is definitely going to be living this one. Meisho Doto in 3rd place. Cons needs to hold on to this positioning. He is absolutely their only hope in this race. All eyes on Swinging Maestro. Swinging Maestro activated for Constellation's Doto.
You also have to worry about the front runners potentially bowling their own teammates as they die in the late race.
Yeah. Oh man, this is tough. This Super Creek, though, might get blocked. She needs to move up a little bit. She does have that Nimble Navigator. If she can Nimble Navigator off of Khan's Dodo, this might be key for them.
Yeah,
Both
the Dodo and the Creek are looking incredibly good right now as we approach the Excel Zone, but a little bit better for the Dodo now. As long as they don't get blocked, the front runners are going to start dying soon.
Creek not moving up. I think she didn't get her activation. Oh, like activating now. Creek, I did see that Nimble activate. I think she's moving up slowly but surely.
The pace pack is engulfing the front runners as they look to run down. Goldship is on the outside trying to chase down the remaining pace chasers to finally make their mark on the series.
Kuroneko on the inside rail. Kuroneko breaking out of the pack.
But Dodo outside. Dodo's looking faster here, overtaking. It's going to be Const saving Cinderella Gray. It's still going to be so many points here for the side of Umakendo, though. Second and third.
The
Goldship making it so far up, but just not enough stamina. Like, oh god, stamina has just been the absolute bane of Cinderella Gray in this match.
As repeated during the drafting phase, there was the mention that Nakayama 25,000, by not banning it from Umakendo, it could potentially be a hassle for both teams, forcing Cinderella Gray to now play their potential ban bait that they were hoping to be banned.
Yeah, like that might have bitten them. Is you know, we were mentioning before the match it was gonna be Super Creek and Kuroneko against the world. No, like it is Cons against the entire team of Umakendo. He is the only one showing out for the team right now, other than the one standout performance from Inaka. But it is so far every single race it's just been Cons battling out with Era's Super Creek.
We are moving on to our 1 mile of the draft, the Sapporo 1500. No uphill, no downhill, just straight nonsense, flat.
Yeah, so I think now we can finally, expect something from this Sand Sky, okay? We are on a mile, is 1500. Sand Sky, you gotta wake up.
Can we look at the Dodo mile aptitude? Because we see that Creek has a G mile aptitude, so they probably won't make an impact this race.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's Creek just does not have that innate mile aptitude. So yeah, neither does Doto. But I don't think Cinderella Gray is gonna be really worrying about it for this one. With that, Sand Sky finally able to probably survive. All right, cross our fingers. How many front runners there? Who's the NPC?
End closer.
Okay. All right. All eyes on Umakendo's Maruzensky. All right. She needs to run up and grab Sand Sky. She's gonna have to snatch her wig, because if she can get a red light, green light on the Sand Sky, that's gonna be how they can stop this Sand Sky.
Umakendo is within 6 points of the victory. If they can secure first and second on this track, that's wraps for Cinderella Gray.
Yeah, gonna be absolutely a tough one here, but we are on the mile. That I am expecting, that Fuji might not be looking that strong, but she did have that one standout performance, and we are on a mile. There's always that potential for Fuji to do something here, but whether or not she can, catch up to the Sand Sky now that she has enough stamina to live, we'll see.
Then Gray needs to deny as much podiums as they potentially can in this race. Even if they win this map, if Umakendo is just down to 1 to 2 points per victory, it's still relatively difficult to stave off in the tiebreaker. Maru Sensky late starts.
Oh, and it's gonna be a groundwork miss for this Sand Sky as well, I believe. All right. For our pace chasers, we are going to be seeing that Doto in front, but there's the Doto. She is not going to be doing anything in this race, so all eyes on this Fuji Kiseki. Despite having a lower score, hopefully she'll be able to do something in this race, and she is running up, chasing.
Maruzeski seems to not be able to take the lead away from Sand Sky. She will hit that rod as we approach the late race. Kuroneko's upper O. trying to approach the front alongside the Fuji and Dodo.
Everyone's excelling here, and that Sand Sky is looking good so far. The distance only growing, and that innate angling and scheming is doing so much work here. Everyone else so far behind. It's going to be the Sand Sky first, and everyone else absolutely nowhere, saving the game for Cinderella Gray.
Memphis holding on, taking first away from the Umakendo, leaving them with only a second and third.
Wow, and I feel like I've been too harsh on this Maruzensky. Getting the third position here, absolutely key for them. You know, any points is gonna be important. She was able actually to hold on the lead for a long time. You know, definitely, I was counting that 0.4 out way too early. Just, you know, Axel is Axel. Umamusume is an Axel game. So even if you can't get in front, you know, she's not able to beat that Saiyan Sky, but she can still get some points for her team.
As we approach the last race, the score is 20-22. Cinderella Gray will need a combination of first and third to be able to take the win away from Umakendo.
Yeah, heading into the last match, go till 2200. I do not think Sand Sky is gonna be living this one, guys. So all eyes on the Pace Chasers once again. Umakendo, all they need is a first place or a second place plus third to win out the match. Cinderella Gray is going to need at least a first place plus one more podium if they want to win the match. And it's going to be rough. We have not seen any performance from the Sand Sky. She's not going to be living. The gold chip has been permanently stuck, so it's going to have to be Yunaka on this Agnes Digital to wake up and get another podium alongside Konst. Konst absolutely needs to lock in again for his team, the MVP of this match, and get another final first place podium if he wants to hold on to any hope for this race.
We are introduced to the NPC Uma Ada Mountain as our final NPC for this draft. They're going to be a pace chaser, so not sure if that's going to impact anything at all.
That actually, I think that does impact things, because that just means that the late pack are absolutely going to not have any chance in this game. I believe with only 3 people in the back, the Uma stand and Super stand are just simply not going to activate, and that's kind of been part of the reason why, you know, the gold ship and the backliners have been so quiet. Like, just they have not had the ability to compete between each other and catch up. So, you know, having this pace chaser be the NPC, you know, that's just adds on to the people in front blocking out the backliners.
Let's see if this say can get a little bit lucky and hold on to at least a margin of their HP to hold at least one of the podium positions for Sin Gray.
Yeah, the entire match boils down to this. Umakendo, the overwhelming underdog, I'd say, coming into this match. Everyone was definitely not optimistic, especially considering, you know, kind of their, I'd say, not as strong Umas as they possibly could. You know, the Fuji Kiseki being SS, not being able to hit the UG in this scenario is a little bit tough, but despite that, she's been showing out. This Super Creek, which I personally thought wasn't going to be that strong, other than, you know, to secure some of the longs, have been absolutely tearing on every single map. So, wow, just, you know, props to Era. He's been carrying this match for his team.
And talk to me a little bit more about the qualifier system, right? Every win matters so much.
Yeah, every win is going to matter here. So this is going to be a play-ins for the season 2 of UmaLeague. We have 11 teams competing for the top 5 slots in a 4-round Swiss. So after those 4 rounds are up, you know, we are going to be doing some tie breaks based on our internal tie break systems, but that's going to be it. Whoever is going to be on the top 5 is going to make it into the league. So every single win matters.
There's that pure heart to determine that Super Creek lives. Holding on to 3rd place, the rest of the pace pack.
Super Creek pacing up.
Umakendo wins this with a win here. That Super Creek is looking like the decision maker if she's in that spot in the late race.
She's creeping, ever closer to that nimble navigator position. She is so close to the front runners.
Desai and Maru trying to maintain any ounce of space from the pace, but I don't think they're able to.
Oh my goodness, this Super Creek is in such a good spot. Is that going to be instant? Late race? Oh, we don't see the Excel coming out. We don't. That's a chance for the Dodo.
But here comes the red shift, and head on. There we go.
Super Creek rocketing forward,
running it down.
Yeah, number 10. That's Dodo chasing hot on the heels of the Super Creek to try and save this game, but the Super Creek in first place. It's looking good. It's looking like an Umakendo sweep. If she could just hold on, the Dodo is rushing forward. Can she do it? The velocity, the XL, anything at the end of the race, but it's not going to be enough. Umakendo make the upset, and Cinderella Gray lose a huge game in qualifiers.
Wow, I did not expect this one. This is absolutely crazy. Anything can happen in these games. Wow.
Wow, what a performance from Era on this Super Creek.
What a performance. Absolutely carrying the team. And, not to count out the rest of his team, everyone did their part here. Looking at the points, aside from the Agnes Digital that unfortunately, didn't complete the career, everyone else earned the points. Even the Red Maru, a little bit of a car crash, only 0.2 gay XL, but she got 1 point. Fuji and Kuroneko getting points. It was definitely a team effort here, and Umakendo really showed out.
Looking back on the draft, I want to commend the captain of Umakendo recognizing the backline heavy comp of Sin Gray and realizing that Super Creek will in fact be able to fight for the spots to prompt the Pure Heart to live.
Wow, this was a special one. Anything can happen, guys. Everyone, you might want to revisit your pick'ems after this match because anything can happen.
Wow. I know, but this Super Creek though. Bansax Era, oh my goodness, what a run to hit in draft.
What a run indeed.
Man. What does this mean for everyone's pick'ems?
Well, I'm we'll see updates. Yeah, all right, locking it in. I'm not.
Oh my!
Oh my God, guys!
What happened?
Guys, why is there only one Umakendo member in the leaderboards?
Holy.
Kuroneko, the only believer on his entire team who believed that he would win this match.
All right, and we're gonna drag Kuroneko in for a short interview. Honestly, quite fitting, actually. We gotta talk to them about the pick'ems.
Hello.
Hello, Kuroneko.
Hello.
Congratulations on your win. I say an upset win against Cinderella Gray here in this play-ins match.
It was pretty hard, to be honest. Both of our teammates crashed so hard.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, but you did it. Everyone earned their points. The Agnes Digital crash was especially hard, a little bit unfortunate. But aside from that, everyone absolutely did their part. Era having a crazy performance.
Yeah, Era did really well on that Super Creek. To be honest, we weren't sure to bring Creek. Era was going to play Daiwa most likely, but after seeing the stand reg, we decided to bring the Creek.
Yeah, I think that was a smart decision because as we see here, the cast was very optimistic, especially me, about this Sand Sky, but she did not live a single race other than the Sapporo Mile, and that was kind of opened up the game for you guys to absolutely hammer it down.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think Memphis was going to get so little stamina. I'm going to be honest. After we finished our run, I was telling the team, I don't think we're winning, but luckily we managed to do it. What happened to the Condor? Did he didn't have time to submit?
Yeah, unfortunately, there was a DQ on the Condor. We did find use of a third-party tool, despite it only slightly affecting the game. It is against the rules, so we did have to disqualify that one. But yeah, that could have been the difference maker. So
yeah. Luckily for us, luckily for
you.
I mean,
yeah,
it's sad happened because, to be honest, it's better to play that everyone plays. But luckily for us, he didn't manage to get in.
Yeah, and Kuroneko, what you want to tell me why you're the only person on your entire team that voted for your team for pick'ems?
I don't know why I'm the only one that was for a team.
You might want to check what's happening with your team after this game, buddy.
I have full faith in our team. Okay, no, I'm going to be honest. To be honest, I also voted for Cinderella Grave at the start, but I changed it.
So there were 0 believers.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, hope this game proves to everyone that the favorites means nothing. Anything can happen in Uma.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if Dishitan didn't die on the career, I think we could have been a lot better. Sadly for him, he lost the Teo show, but he was having a really good run. He already had all the gold ones, and he hit really hard on the inspos. So it's really sad that he lost the Teo show.
Yeah, we heard about that. That's super unfortunate. Yeah, gonna have to watch out for that one, guys. You never run into a situation like usually we hear about people losing to like the tennis show spring Umas, right? Like Bourbon or a Taishin or something like that. But
he must likely got blocked because he had your test medium S on the Teo show and he bought skills in order to try to win that, but he lost.
Oh, lost after buying skills?
Yeah.
Oh,
he lost after buying skills.
No.
Yeah. Oof. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, he most likely got blocked, or maybe late starting to an enclosure as I don't know.
When you're blocked, you're blocked, guys.
When you're blocked, you're blocked. Yeah.
When you're blocked, yeah.
Well, congratulations, Kuroneko. Any final words you want to give to all the viewers or the rest of your team? Any shoutouts when you give?
I mean, just give me opera in drafts, and that's all. That's it.
You heard it from the man. Kuroneko, just give him opera, and he's gonna bang out. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the. Technically, this is the second match, but we didn't have a chance to stream the first one. But there is gonna be another game after this. We're probably gonna be going to a long break, but in about 45 minutes, there is gonna be another game.
Yeah. Probably go somewhere, but please come back. And we'll see you not very soon. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.